Are you a quilter looking at the Janome Continental M17? This machine is going to be an awesome solution for you because it does sewing, quilting, and embroidery very, very well. But the quilting is the part we're going to focus on today. I'm Megan with Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, and some of these features that they've added are amazing for quilters. First off, of course, with Janome, they have that beautiful Accu-Feed flex foot. This is going to be awesome for piecing or doing things like stitch in the ditch, because it adds feed dogs to the top of your fabric as well as the bottom. So it actually adds 5 rows of feed dogs so that you get perfectly even stitched fabric the entire way. They also have the high performance foot, which gives you a perfect 1/4 inch foot and the straightest straight stitch that it's possible to do, which is really, really nice. Not to mention, it does come with 3 needle plates, 2 of which are going to make it so that it doesn't shove the triangles of your half square triangle, or the triangle point of your half square triangles down into the needle plate, and it really just makes it really nice. Not to mention, there is 13.8 inches of space here and quite a bit of height. Quite a bit of height so that you can roll up your quilts as you're going along, and you have tons of room to work with, which is awesome. Another thing that I really like for quilters about this machine is that there are lots of marks on the needle plate to kind of give you an idea of where it is. Plus, there's actually a quilting guide that goes into the bed of the arm so that you can set it up to piece your fabric perfectly, which is really cool. However, my most favorite part about quilting on this machine is going to be the brand new Accu-Stitch Regulator foot. This foot is awesome. It plugs into the back of the machine, and the machine itself will actually do stitch regulation for you. So instead of you having to learn how to go or how fast to go, you can actually learn how to use the Accu-Stitch Regulator, and it will give you perfect stitches every single time, even if you speed up or slow down, unless you outrun it, because that can happen sometimes. What is cool is that this Accu-Stitch Regulator, actually comes with 4 presser feet. So it comes with your standard closed toe free motion quilting foot, your open toe free motion quilting foot, a clear echo quilting foot so that you can actually see what you're doing and do echo quilting. And then the one we're most excited about is going to be the ruler work quilting foot. So there is no other brand in the industry that makes a ruler quilting foot for the Stitch Regulator, unless it is a long arm quilting machine. All the home sewing machines, if there's a Stitch Regulator foot for it, it does not actually have a base plate for the ruler work made by the brand. So Janome is the first one to do it, and we are so excited about it. I've actually already done some ruler work on this machine, and it turned out awesome. Now, when you want to do something like this, on the screen we've got ordinary sewing mode and sewing application mode. So when I want to use my Stitch Regulator for ruler work, what I did was I went into here, I went to my quilting section, I hit ruler work, and then on the bottom here, I can select ASR, and you can see it switched over to that quilting foot, which is great. For the material I'm working with, it's going to be light, and then I can get started. When I get started, I do have stitch length, tension, and presser foot height over here. So all 3 of those are really nice to have. One thing that I did just work on was I was working on a backpack with really high loft, soft and stable. So I did have to up my presser foot pressure. I think I increased it all the way up to 4, and it ended up doing a beautiful job with that. So just something cool that you can play with right here and figure out exactly what it is instead of having to go all the way over here and finding it and struggling a little bit. So since we have the ruler foot on, I'm going to use a ruler to kind of play with it. I'm just going to do a straight line for now. When you first start with the ruler work, it's going to do 1 stitch, and that's it, so that way you can pick up your bobbin thread. And when you're ready, you can go ahead, and I'm just going to press on the gas, and then I can go. And then I can change my ruler and go again. And then if I go slower, machine goes slower. If I go faster, machine goes faster. And then I can continue on. So you can actually do this pretty well with this machine. Usually, as a novice quilter, I do prefer to use like a long arm quilting machine because to me, moving the pencil is a little easier than moving the paper. But on this machine, I've actually gotten very comfortable because that Accu-Stitch regulator is very, very accurate. It makes it really not intimidating at all to actually do the free motion quilting on a flatbed machine. Along with this huge amount of space that's right here, when you're moving your quilt, you actually have a lot of room to work with. And you can put the big attachments here to give you even more room to work with and hold your quilt up for you. If you are a quilter looking for a machine that can do sewing and embroidery but mostly quilt, this one is going to be an incredible one for you. Especially if you like doing different techniques with free motion quilting or even piecework. There are so many different options that you can do with this machine. The sky is the limit. Come into one of our Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum stores to check it out. And as always, we love hearing from you what one of your favorite features was that you saw on the machine. So feel free to comment that below. And other than that, please come play with the Stich regulator because I think you're going to fall in love.